calling I-78. Good morning, happy Wednesday. Y'all, the strike is over. The strike is over. The trash will be coming up off the streets of Philadelphia, PA. District 33 and the mayor struck a deal early this morning, y'all. So we are awaiting Mayor Parker to address the city and let us know exactly what was agreed upon. Y'all, listen. Hey, A-Team, how you doing? Listen, y'all, it's been 8 days of striking, 8 days of trash pile up, 8 days of tension, 8 days of anger, 8 days of just straight deplorable behavior on both sides. So the district decided they were gonna go on strike because they wanted a cost of living increase. They were asking for 8%. The mayor's like, I would love to do it, but I can't. She offered them 7%. They didn't want to hear that, so they went on strike. They had negotiations, I want to say in the 8 days, 3 times, including last night. And from early reports that I've gotten, it sounds like the deal is for 3%. And if I'm remembering correctly, I think the first deal that the mayor offered them would have actually given them 3.5% over the 3 years. So we are going to see what is going on. We're going to see what's going on. And we will have a discussion and we'll see if this is a good move for the district or did they shoot themselves in the foot. Oh, I'm glad you're doing good, 18. Child, it's hot here. It's hot already. It's hot already. Y'all, it's gonna be a busy day today. We got, you know what I'm saying, the strike here. We have our president meeting with African leaders later on this afternoon. We have our Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, meeting with not new. That was supposed to be going on, but when I took a look at that, they was dragging it. You know how they do, dragging their feet, and they was into their pomp and circumstance and all of that. So I was like, we're gonna take a look at Mayor Parker. While we waiting for that to go on, because as we know, nothing at the White House start on time. They don't do that. That is not what be going on over there. Y'all, this right here, this strike. I'm so eager to hear this deal and see if it was even worth it, or did y'all just waste y'all damn time? Okay, y'all. Side note, I tried this new protein water. What is this? Protein 2.0. It's supposed to give you per 16.9 ounce bottle. You're supposed to get 20 grams of protein, as well as some electrolytes to foster good hydration. Y'all, it needs some work. I ain't even sitting here and hold y'all. It's got a chalky after. It's got a chalky aftertaste, like a after bite. And I'm glad only about the one bottle. That ain't working. We're gonna stick to our oath. This child, that right there is not gonna get it. But let's see if we can get some audio as to what's going on here in Philly. So yeah, I want to see Greg. Greg, for those of y'all who don't know, Greg Bulwer is the basically the leader for District 33's union. And so I want to see, because the video I saw him, he was looking real. He was looking real suspect rolling up at the negotiations this morning. He had all kind of egg on his face. So we're gonna see. Ain't nothing really going on. Just chitter chatter amongst the people. Hopefully, Mayor Parker and them can, do a little better than our president and his crew. They actually, be on time. So far, it's only 4 after, so it's not too bad. But yeah, so far Yeah, nothing is going on. Again, for those of y'all who just coming in, welcome. Please hit the like button upon arrival. Subscribe if you are new. Like I said, it's gonna be a busy day today. We are waiting for Cherelle Parker, Mayor Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, to come on and speak to the end of the District 33 strike. Side note, anybody find anything good on what we in Prime Days? Cause I ain't found squat. I found one thing and it ain't even all that good. I promise you, this is not Bezos. You gotta do better than this. You just spend all that money to get married. We can't you can't pass some savings on to us so we can give you some money. We got to do better than this, bruh. This is not the move. This is not the move. I found some decent stuff, but I mean nothing that's life changing. Nothing life changing. Jack, us folks, we'll get together and stand around. Trust me. No, don't do it. Uh, it is. Girl, you ain't lying, child. These Amazon days are not what they used to be, child. I used to be able to get some primo deals. Child, this here is hold up, we got two pair for $8. Two pair for $5. I don't feel like waiting till next week. I need some. What am I looking for right now? I'm looking for some headphone covers. Child, what is it with the for those of y'all you're saying who have Beats? Like I have four pair. And on my no on two pair. The second and the third pair I bought. The fourth pair is like the um the padding around it is starting to like disintegrate or like chip off or whatever. I'm like, damn, Dre, all this money I done gave y'all, and this what we doing? So yeah, I got to get some covers because honey, I can't be around here with flakes and chips and all this other nonsense going on. But they want me to try to wait till next week. Nah, I'm good. I'm going ahead and get this set right here. So they have a set of two, a set. They'll be here. Shut it still next week. What is wrong with y'all? Nah, I need my stuff now. I'm not trying to wait till next week. Hey, Danny, what's going on? That is some foolishness. I don't want to do this. I don't even want to do this. Everything coming on the 15th. Today the 9th, in case somebody forget. What is wrong with Bezos? What is wrong with you? Shit, this ain't how this gonna sir. I'm not no. I don't want to do this. I promise y'all, every pair on here is talking about coming on the 15th. I'm not a fan. I'm for real not a fan. And I'm gonna let y'all know. I don't know what it is with this because I ordered something yesterday and it's literally on the way. It'll be here in like the next hour or two. I'm not understanding. And then some of this stuff ain't on sale at all. I'm like, this is y'all version of sale. I'm going to try this again. Okay, y'all still. How are these people off from work? Like, I know most of y'all, y'all ain't finna sit up here and make me believe most of y'all are in the district. No, that's gonna be a no. At least the Mod Podge on sale, y'all. For all my crafters out there. At least that's on sale. Hold up, is that on sale no more? Nope, it was on sale yesterday though. Yeah, y'all gotta do me better than this. I'm not a fan. I'm just gonna let you know. I'm gonna let you know. Yeah. Nope. Let's go ahead. Slide back on over here. Just say we is so. I mean, y'all saving up everything we buying on Prime Day, and you gonna send it out later? No, hell no, this ain't working. Cause wait, this not on sale. So it tell me it'll be here tomorrow. Yeah, so everything you looks like everything you gonna buy, you're saying that's on got a Prime sale day attached to it. They not gonna send out till next week. I'm not doing that with y'all. And these savings not even all this deep. They're like 20%, 15%. Like it's nothing deep. All right, y'all, come on with this information. Okay, so it's Friday. It's a little bit better. This is not it. Y'all gonna do me way better than this. Yeah, 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 yeah. I don't pay that either. Yeah, all the stuff that I'm like for real interested in getting is not on sale. Gotta love it. Okay, it's 300 reviews. This is 200 reviews. Let me see. Child, y'all need to come on. Come on with the come on. Now, let's get to the meat of this. Practical steps to overcome avoiding tendencies and cultivate lasting. Okay. Let's see about some reviews. I don't say that neither. Well, again, with that Tuesday nonsense. I don't know what's magical about Tuesday. Why everything would have come on Tuesday. Uh, okay, we might need to get this. Y'all come on with come on with come on. But yeah, y'all, child, the strike has been it's been different because um we've had violence, misinformation, being put out. So in anticipation of the strike, what the city did was set up drop off sites around around the city where residents can go and drop off their trash. So because people, the residents, what I'm saying, were pissed off, they had to do that or what I'm saying, be bothered with their trash. They want to get petty, so they would do goofy mess like go every day instead of because it was set up where you go. You know, what I'm saying, you drop your trash off on your designated trash day, so it'll be this, you would have the same, what I'm saying, schedule as if they were coming to pick up the trash. But people want to get petty and started going every day, so stuff started filling up super fast, and then you had members of you'll say District 33 who were blocking access to the drop off sites and what I'm saying, doing all kind of crazy mess to keep the residents from being able to drop off their trash as if that was really gonna give them a leg up. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, child, I don't know who was advising y'all, but this was not the move. Then there were reports of um trash trucks being, saying, vandalized, saying, they were slashing tires and throwing paint and all that kind of stuff. And people taking items that were not, approved to the dump sites, like couches and old air conditioners and fans and all that kind of nonsense. Child, folks is just doing a lot. It's doing a lot. Um, they were blocking the access. Wouldn't let people come drop their stuff off. Um, they were saying, most of the residents, they were like, as far as the trash, the ones that you're saying I saw, and it just kind of, it really depended on, it varied from neighborhood to neighborhood. Some neighborhoods was like, what I mean, okay, the trash, and I understand what y'all trying to do, okay, cool. My problem is, you're saying, since the district 33 doesn't just include sanitation, parks and rec and all of that. The pools, saying, weren't open. And I mean, it's been some heat. Yes, it's been hot. So didn't have access to the pools, because there's nobody there to maintain the pools, no lifeguards, stuff like that. So a lot of the residents were saying that was their biggest pet peeve, was that they didn't have access to things that they were reliant on, because it is saying summertime and kids are out of school, things of that nature. Um, but no fear, no fear. Your stuff is on the way back. Again, we're waiting for Mayor Parker to come give us the particulars on the deal that has been struck with District 33. If we're gonna find out when these people going back to work, we can tired of. Man, what is this jacket? What is this duster she got on? Ma'am, it's July. Why you got on? What is happening? Oh, baby girl over here in the light green. Y'all see this? What is this? Girl, it's too hot. What temperature Philadelphia? You ain't finna do me like this. Hey Matthew, how you doing? I'm not. I ain't doing this, child. It's okay. It's 80. It's 80. What? It's 82 degrees, but it feel like it's 90, and you got all of that stuff on. Ma'am, what is happening? What is really going on? First of all, it is not cute. It's not cute. First and foremost, it's not cute. If you up here trying to be on your fashionable, but no, mm-mm, that is not gonna get it done. Okay, okay. Yeah, we even got Donna Summer over here, child. Donna done made an appearance to come here with the mayor had to say. Lord have mercy. Let me hush, though. Let me hush. Donna got her finger on the trigger. I was on here on some Donna Summer yesterday. Hey. I spoke to Brain, so we're gonna see how this works. Sir, y'all got to work on how y'all come in here trying to present in front of the people. They're down on the move. Down on the move. Let's see. Nope. I said, come on. We've been waiting. Hello, buy sunscreen today for 50% off your cart. Uh-oh. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. This is seriously though. Child, who is that? You're gapping up. Child, go on back up to the front, sir. Go on back up to the front. I think you might have to explain it to do. Go on back up to the front. Hey, y'all is cheesing hard up in here today. You did not have all of this. Ooh, need to play. Need to play. Child, come on, y'all. Okay, I mean, most most people should be in agreement with Make America Great Again, but that don't always be the case. Some people want it to mean something else that it doesn't. Yeah, come on, come on. Oh, I'm interested if the mayor gonna be wearing her standard black polo and jeans that she been wearing this whole strike. 'Cause I tell you, mayor been showing up with the uniform. It's like this is what it is. All right, y'all. What should I do for lunch since I skipped dinner last night? As you said, unpatriotic to wish for anything less than great. I feel you, Steven. I feel you. Welcome. You should always strive for excellence. Now the problem is getting everybody to agree on what excellence is. That's the challenge. That is the challenge. All right, I love and wish the best for all. That's awesome. Mm. All right, y'all. Okay, nothing jumping out at me. Nothing really. Child, y'all could have been finished by now. You can say own nothing, control everything. Uh, some people like it that way. I don't get it, but some people like it like it. And anybody noticed when the strike started, all of the all the press conferences and all the information was being dispensed outside. Now that we got an agreement, they inside. Would you say like how am I feeling about all of this? It's gonna depend on what the deal is. Because if they went through all of this and ended up with a worse deal than the one that was offered to them when they started with, it needs to be a whole lot of changes made in that district. If you're saying they were able, it just depends on what it is. I'm gonna leave it at that. It depends. So yeah, I'll be in a better position to answer that once we find out what's going on. And the reason I say that is because um, at the very beginning, in the first live stream that I did in regards to this, um, the mayor stated that the one of the main issues is that the um, a large majority of the workers in District 33 have maxed out the pay scale. So if you maxed out the pay scale, you either gonna be okay with what you're making, or you're gonna leave to go work somewhere else and you'll make more. And what part of the deal that she originally put on the table was to restructure the pay scale to where they wouldn't be, at maxed out status. Which means if you continue to work and you continue to perform as you have been, you have the opportunity to make more money. But they was like, "Nah, I want my money right now." But I'm like, "Okay, that mm, what you thinking you're saying is gonna be the answer might not be the best answer. So we're gonna see. It said eliminate wasteful spending, pay down the debt, and give us a little increase in the Social Security. I'm for that. I'm all for that. I'm all for that. All for that. But best I can tell, you're saying you're saying eliminate the spending and pay down the debt. Seems like there needs to be some major restructuring. Um, and that's gonna be the only way to really bring down the debt. But if you can get your spending under control and that still not have an effect on your debt. So yeah, I think there's gonna have to be some serious restructuring in order to bring the debt down. Child, come on, y'all. So yeah, I think that's how that's gonna have to go. We're gonna have to change up the way some of this stuff is being done. Oh my god, I was ready to eat. All right, I'm gonna need y'all to come on with this here. Girl, hold up, what is going on? Is she pregnant? Well, I think you're wearing all these form fitting clothes pregnant. That's just not it. You know, they let people saying, child, y'all about to have a full house. Like they about to have a full house. Get this information. Hey, Tom, how you doing? I'm trying to be productive. You do the same. I'm trying. There's a lot going on today. We got the African talking to the president. Talking to the president. Oh, here we go.
Let me start by acknowledging senior administration officials here in the Parker administration. I want you to know that the office of the mayor is led by Tiffany Thurman, who is our chief of staff, Vanessa Garrett Harley, who is our chief deputy mayor, and Sincere Harris, who is our chief deputy mayor, and labor negotiating is a part of her portfolio. I want to say to all of the people of the city of Philadelphia that I understood when I ran for mayor that I needed a team of people around me who understood the assignment and understood that I needed them to be prepared to go to war with the status quo in our city. Tiffany Thurman, Vanessa Garrett Harley, and Sincere Harris, I want you to know I'm so super proud to have you lead my office in this city. I love you. I love you. I love you. Chief Deputy Mayor Sincere Harris and her labor negotiating team, they worked extremely hard. Kara Laheni. Kara, where are you? I'm right behind you. I love you, lady. Thank you. Lauren Fox is Lauren. Lauren, thank you. And if I screw up any names, charge it to my head and not my heart. Y'all know I have a challenge spelling and pronouncing things sometimes. Sharon Ulack from the law team. Sharon, where are you? I want to see you. Sharon. Camille Duchesset, where is she? Where? Thank you.
Yeah.
Candy, do we know the sex of the baby yet? We do. What is it? Okay. The only thing I can tell you is that Candy Jones is our HR director, and that baby is going to be super duper smart.
Take that duster off, baby. That ain't it.
I don't see her here. I'm sure she's making sure that things are moving. But I want you to give a super round of applause to Crystal Jacob Shipman, our sanitation. Love you. Listen to me. I don't care how big and bad and tough anybody thinks they are. I don't care how smart you think you are. You can't do anything alone. These are the people, they were my rocks to help this city get through this process, and I appreciate you, Carlton Williams.
Okay.
Fiscal stewardship. How many mayors have you? He knows where everybody is buried, every bone is buried. We have the best, and I mean he's trustworthy, his integrity, his honesty. He's going to tell you the truth whether you want to hear the answer or not. And that is our Rob DeBoe. Give it up for Rob DeBoe. My right hand. The next lady is our budget director. I didn't know her when I became mayor of this city. And for those of you who know me, Philadelphia, you judge people based on relationships. And for me, I watch how people perform and respond when you're in a foxhole, when you're under the pressure. It tells you who people are. Maya Angelou says that when people show you who they are, you should believe them the first time. And you've done an amazing job, Sabrina Maynard. Every meeting that the team was in, Sincere would just call and say, well, wait, I've got to talk to Cat Land. Cat, Cat, where are you? Cat, is she here? She's okay, she deserves it. We around the clock. Harry Hansen. Is Harry here?
They ran up his
Harry,
but they
give Harry a round of applause, please. Don Morales, the first time I ever, yes. Come here. The first time managing director Teal introduced me to Don. I said, he can't know everything you just said. He's too young. Because he looks so youthful. The first crisis and tragedy where I saw him activate our Office of Emergency Management was the plane crash. And I watched him cool, level-headed, intergovernmental cooperation and planning, nonprofit, governmental agencies, for-profits, utilities, pulling them all together, very methodical, very meticulous. We made it here because of you too, and I want you to know we appreciate you. Come on over here. We're going to get to the notes in a second, but whenever you're going through a challenge, you better have a damn good lawyer. What I watched you, solicitor Renee Garcia, do, along with Crystal Charity, the labor law team, Sam. Sam, is he here? Is Sam?
Sam's running the law office.
He's running the law. Seeing that team in action to ensure that we were able to provide services that the city of Philadelphia needed while we were in the midst of this public health and safety crisis, watching what your team did to make that possible in your legal lane. I want you to know we are very, very grateful to have you on our team. Thank you, Solicitor Garcia.
She ain't got to do it yet, child. She's still for her son.
There are so many other officials who worked around the clock to keep Philadelphia safe during this strike. But Police Commissioner Bethel, where are you, Commissioner Bethel?
Office, I
I know we're working safe, clean, and green with economic opportunity for all. And the strike is not usually on the list. But when we called on you, when the city needed you, so these people who are here could go to work and they could do their jobs. You and Fire Commissioner Thompson, come here, please, both of them. Can you give them a round of applause? Fires, the water hydrants, thank you. Everyone knows that the good news that we have to share this morning for the hardworking men and women of AFSCME District Council 33, and for every resident and business in the city of Philadelphia, that the work stoppage involving District Council 33 in the city of Philadelphia, it is over. It is true that we have reached a tentative agreement with District Council 33 on a new 3-year contract that, once approved by the union's membership, coupled with the 1-year contract extension we agreed to last November, it will increase District Council 33 members' pay by 14% over my 4 years in office. In Philadelphia, I want you to know that this is a very significant investment in our employees, while at the same time ensuring that we as a city are living within our means. I am and always have been an unapologetically proud pro-union, pro-labor, pro-worker elected official, and of course now mayor, and I always will be. There is nothing that will take that spirit, that belief in what organized labor and unions mean to working people in this nation, in this commonwealth, and in our great city. Give labor a round of applause. To the men and women of District Council 33, I know this has been a very difficult week and a day away from the jobs that you do so incredibly well for the people of our great city. And I want you to know this: your city values you and the work that you do every day for our residents. This city moves and works because you do. Give our District Council 33. No matter what, we can't move without you. From the 5% pay raise that District Council 33 members received in the 1-year contract extension last November, to the 9% in pay increases included in this tentative 3-year agreement reached earlier. To me, that is the way that we demonstrate solidarity with our workforce in a very meaningful and a tangible way. You can't tell me that you believe that there is dignity in all work and just say that in words or an easy social media post with a fist in the air. If you believe in me and you value me, show me in my paycheck that I take home, and you have a right to have that expectation. That's what we did here. We balanced valuing the men and women of District Council 33 for the hard and vital work that they perform, with protecting the fiscal responsibility of this city and its stability. That's on us. To the men and women who show up for work every day to pick up our trash, staff our water treatment facilities, work on the front lines as emergency dispatchers for police and fire, and a wide range of other jobs and duties. I want you to know that we see you and we hear you. I also want you to know that it's not lost on me that while the members of District Council 33 were exercising their right during this work stoppage, 2 of their members were tragically struck by a driver during the strike. They sustained very serious injuries, and both the workers and their families are very much in our thoughts and in our prayers, and we will be monitoring the situation, and this city is here to do whatever we can, however we can, to help those workers and their families. To the residents of the city, I know how very challenging this week has been for you as well. Nobody wants to see mounds of trash sitting by dumpsters, or worse, or by the side of a road or a street. I know the situation, it wasn't pleasant for anyone, and I didn't like seeing it any more than you did. I can only tell you that we did the best we could with what we had to provide the city services that were essential to making our public health and safety a number 1 priority during this very challenging time. I can also tell you that a whole lot of city workers, countless volunteers, and yes, contractors, they worked with us around the clock, day in and day out, to remove as much trash as we possibly could, as quickly and as efficiently as we possibly could. I want all of those volunteers and all of those contractors. This was an emergency, and they responded immediately to help our city. And I need them to know we see you and that you responded to this city in a time of need. Let's give them a round of applause. I hear you, and I want you to know that we understand the challenges, Philadelphia, that you faced. In a few minutes, I'm going to ask one of our subject matter experts, our Clean and Green Director, Carlton Williams, to give an update on how the city will handle trash in the coming days. I do want you to know that the city will resume regular trash collections this coming Monday. The city will assume regular trash collections this coming Monday. Until then, we are encouraging our residents to either take their trash to one of our 6 sanitation centers that are located strategically around our city, or if you have the potential to do it, hold your trash until regular collections resume starting on Monday. On the agreement, we've gotten a lot of questions, and it's important to me, Philadelphia, that you know the facts. Last year, the 5% pay raise was agreed to, and that fiscal year ended on 6/30/25. The first year of this tentative agreement includes a 3% pay increase, plus a $1,500 bonus. The second year includes a 3% pay increase, and the third year includes a 3% pay increase. In addition, and this is important to note because these are the things that you can't share in a 10-second social media post. It's all of it. It's too complex to try to give it to people, in quick snippets. There is an historic 5th step increase. What does that mean? It's 2%. Half of District Council 33 members will get it right away. 80% of them will get it by the end of the contract. I want you to know, Philadelphia, this is a new permanent salary increase that every member of District Council 33 will be able to benefit from. In addition, folks have said, what was the cost of this tentative agreement? The cost of the agreement is $115 million over our 5-year plan that has to be approved by PICA. What does that mean? That's 14%. And this is important to note for the record. I don't want anybody to leave here confused about what we're saying. This represents a 14% pay increase over my 4-year term. It's the largest pay increase proposal in one term of any Philadelphia mayor in over 30 years. The largest one-term, 4-year pay increase of any mayor in over 30 years. Because if you're like me, you believe that we should and we have a right and a responsibility to do right by our workforce. So I want taxpaying residents to know that we have done just that with this agreement. In closing, I want to say to our residents, please give us a moment of grace. As our hardworking employees and members of District Council 33, they return to their jobs. We'll get every city service that they provide staffed up and running just as soon as it is humanly possible. This is going to take some transition, and we ask you to just give us just a little bit of grace. What am I immediately thinking about? I'm thinking about our swimming pools and our rec centers, our libraries, and every vital service that we continue to provide during the strike, like water treatment, like the police dispatching, the airport dispatching too. We take these jobs very seriously because our job is to serve you, the people of Philadelphia. Finally, before I ask Chief Deputy Mayor Sincere Harris to come up, and then this final speaker you'll hear from is Carlton Williams. Joe Grace, where are you? Give Joe Grace a round of applause. You and the entire team, thank you, Joe. One of the things we have been talking about through all of this is the need to restore a sense of trust in government. We also know in District Council 33, President Boulware, respectfully, I know that we're gonna need some healing time. Yeah. You can't get through something as intense as this and not have to go through healing time. But our city is here. I'm here. We're going to work in partnership with our District Council 33 men and women, because that's the only way that we can realize what you all always hear me talk about. And what is that? One Philly, a united city. You can't do it unless we work during this time to make sure that we are healing wounds. And we want to do that. Now, put your hands together for Chief Deputy Mayor Sincere Harris.
I'll be very brief before bringing up Director Williams. We are proud to have reached this tentative agreement with District Council 33 today. And while we know that some in the media and pundits may focus on who won, the truth is there is no winning when there's a work stoppage. There is no winning when there's a strike and the men and women, go out on the picket lines. The city of Philadelphia doesn't win. The members of District Council 33 and our employees do not win. And most importantly, the residents and the citizens of Philadelphia do not win. So we are glad to be bringing the family back together as we move forward. As Mayor Parker said, we're going to work in this, transition and return to normalcy to heal some of the divide and heal some of those wounds that, were opened up during this process. We value District Council 33, District Council 47, the men and women of our police, fire, all of our municipal employment, all of our municipal workforce. This is a good deal, but it is just the beginning of the investment that Mayor Parker and this administration is committed into making into our workforce. And we will continue to work in partnership and continue to find pathways for salary growth and career growth for the men and women of District Council 33 and all of the men and women who keep this city running on a daily basis. With that, I'm going to bring up Director Carlton Williams to talk about what everybody wants to hear, which is when the trash is going to be picked up and how we get back to normal operations.
Good morning. And it is a good morning. You know, before I get into the details on how we're going to get our city back in the right direction, I do want to acknowledge a couple of people. Mayor has already acknowledged them, but I'm certainly going to take an opportunity to do so as well. You know, true leadership can occur in a time of crisis. Anyone can lead when it's a time of calm, but true leadership really shows at a time of crisis. And our mayor has shown that time and time again. Please give her a big round of applause for standing up for us. She had to make some difficult decisions, but she did it for the benefit of all citizens of Philadelphia, so please make sure you give her a big round of applause. Mayor, we have always said we got your back 1,000%. To those people who sacrifice their time and energy away, we cancel vacation times. We understand that. The sacrifices that you made. We thank you. And I'm talking in particularly not only to all of the men and women that you see up here in the various departments, my man, Commissioner Bethel, Stanford and his team. I really appreciate keeping things in a time of calm when things got hostile and hot. He was always saying we got to work towards making sure everyone is protected. Our workers that's on the picket lines, our workers that's out there working for us during this situation, and especially the citizens of Philadelphia. Thank you, Commissioner Bethel. I also want to thank all of our agencies who work, particularly CLIP, the Community Life Improvement Program, Tom Conway and his team, Future Track, who was out there working hard as well, sacrificing. I know you was in the middle of it, but thank you. Certainly also want to thank my staff at OCG, Officer Clean and Green, who out there right now checking sites. Just want to know work never stops with us. We keep moving because we know we have a lot of work to do, and I want to be able to explain it. Commissioner Shipman and her team, all of those guys put the work in and trying to maintain all of those areas, and I just want to thank you and everybody. So where are we now? We are in the process of transitioning back to a normal collection process. Mayor Parker just mentioned that we're asking residents just a little bit more patience as we get back to a normal schedule. We have to inventory our equipment. We have to see what our staff is coming in and reassign. Those 60 sites that are public, and thank you residents for that as well, for your cooperation and support and understanding. I want to say that. I know you were angry. Why is this dumpster here in front of my house? Why is it there? Why didn't you put it there? But in the end, you came out, resident at 15th and Bigler came out, shook my hand and said, I'm here to support you, sir, in any way you can. That's the type of leadership true Philadelphians deserve, and I want to thank the residents for that. And I'm asking for just a little bit more patience. So we're going to resume a full collection schedule this Monday, meaning that you can put your trash out on a regular collected schedule collected by the great men and women of DC 33. Thank you. During that time, today is Wednesday's collection, Thursday and Friday. Mayor just talked about options for people to properly dispose of your trash in a safe way. First of all, we do not want residents returning to those disposal locations. They are being transitioned out, shut down, and cleaned up. In the meantime, we know that message won't reach everyone. And so we will have around-the-clock staff with compactors, again, with city forces to make sure that any trash that's brought to them locations is properly removed immediately, and we will continue the cleaning efforts at those locations. Residents can take it to one of our 6 sanitation convenience centers that will be open this week till Friday, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., but then they'll go back on a regular schedule from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. So we want to make sure that residents have the opportunity who currently are not getting the collection service immediately to be able to properly dispose of their trash without taking it to those 60 locations. I know residents are concerned. I know they're saying, well, what happens when all of this is over and people continue to dump? We are not tolerating illegal dumping, not then, not now, and never will we tolerate that. Starting today, we are putting cameras at those locations. So we will monitor every site visually, and anyone who has the audacity to think that you're going to come in and dump in our city, you will be fined. $5,000 per item, per incident, and if you use your truck, we will confiscate your vehicle according to the PPA. We're not playing. You will not come in and take advantage of a situation and dirty up our city and tear the quality of life in our community. We also want to make sure that we will provide extensive cleaning services. We heard you about the odors. We heard you about the litter. We certainly are going to pay attention to those areas as well. Outside of the 60 locations, we know people took it on their own to dump in locations that weren't a part of that program. I've been getting calls constantly, consistently all day. I hear you, what I want you to do so that we can organize this and get to it as quickly as possible. Call 311, report it to the system. They give me a daily update report. I'll get it to my team and we'll have teams out in expedient fashion to address those areas so we can get back to a normal collection process and clean up those areas that have desperately been dumped on. These are the things that we can do together to put Philadelphia back on track. Our sanitation workers had an 80% satisfaction rate from the public for their collection process. We know the value of DC 33. We know the services that you provide, and we are so thankful, so happy to have you back in our family so that we can move our city forward to be the safest, cleanest, greenest, big city in the nation with access to economic opportunity for all. Thank you.
Everything Carlton just said. Also, just give a shout out to the folks in the city who are still checking at the senior citizens. There were people who became block contact people, and they were knocking on doors of the senior citizens on their blocks who, of course, they didn't see their trash sometimes outside, or they knew they didn't have someone who could go and drop their trash off. People were doing that. So that's the spirit of One Philly that we're talking about. I now want to make sure that we take some questions. Sean? Yes, Sean? I'm sorry, Sean, just stand up for me, please. Well, relationships help. It's how we survive. It's how we work. It's how we get things done. You heard me say that I've always been an unapologetically, pro-labor, pro-union, pro-worker, public servant, and I'm going to continue to function that way. And, always willing to work with and communicate with and talk with anyone who's necessary to make sure we're moving our city forward. Philadelphia, you've heard me say on a number of occasions, especially during difficult times, that one of the first things you learn from me as an elected official, and you have to blame this on my tenure in Harrisburg, being in a minority and having to work and get things done when my party was in the minority, and I had to go work with other people, some of whom I agreed to disagree with 99% of the time on issues. But when I needed to work with them to get things done for the city of Philadelphia, I couldn't let my pride, ego, or emotions get in the way. As the mayor of the city of Philadelphia, I stand solidly on that. I don't care who I have to talk to, who I have to work with. We're going to make sure that we do it to move our city forward, Sean. So that's anyone who we need to communicate with. And I mean, and that's not new about me. That's just who I am. But I appreciate that question. You're right. Yes, sir. There are a whole lot of geometric if-then statements, and I've heard a whole lot about it. The actions that you've seen the city solicitor and the law department make in court where the injunctions were won, they were. About anything that we were woulda, coulda, shoulda, not a part of our calculus. We're here trying to bring our family back together. Yes, Pat?
You'll see some of the details emerge in the coming days that give you a full, complete picture of the package that the city put on the table for the men and women of District Council 33. It's a fair and fiscally responsible deal. It is a good deal, and I think that throughout the negotiations and our talks, hopefully that the leadership of DC 33 did come to realize that, because like you said, the tentative agreement that we came to last night is largely what was on the table on June 30th. And we're happy that the union did see it to come to that agreement and move forward.
Mm-hmm. And again, I want everybody to not forget those details. Again, we already said them. Just go back through them and listen to them. This just wasn't the raises. I'm talking about with the salary. So it was 5, then 3, 3, and 3. But that wasn't it, nor was it just the bonus. That historic 5th step increase, that is significant, Philadelphia, especially for those of you who are thinking about the value of your employment by your pension benefit. If you're familiar with how we calculate our pensions, we use the salary that you earn from your top 3 earning years by the multiplier. And because of this means that the ceiling for District Council 33 employees will rise. That's extremely important. In addition to that, let me say this. I'm not sure, if anyone was going to ask about it. For those of you who attended any of our budget briefings and town hall meetings, you heard me crisscross this city talking about the creation of a One Philly mortgage program. Why was the creation of this mortgage program so important? Because what we learned from the past when we created programs, and now I'm thinking about former Council President Darrell Clark, I'm thinking about Council President Kenyatta Johnson, and our communication about Turn the Key being an amazing program. However, you build the houses, but if our people can't get qualified for the mortgages because they can't meet the underwriting criteria of the prime market, how have we helped our workforce? Why was that important? Because we needed to use it as a tool for attraction and retention. So I want you to not just think about our 33 employees. Think about them. Think about 47. Think about police and fire. Think about teachers. Think about nurses. Anybody we need to incentivize to choose Philadelphia. Well, now that we're giving you access to an opportunity to get pre-qualified for a mortgage so that you can go out and shop for your own house. Now, to me, that's an incentive that's worth valuing. And that is something that I personally, and I want to be very clear, I'm going to be the person at the table making sure that One Philly mortgage product gets to every municipal union in the city of Philadelphia. That's my commitment to our municipal workforce. In addition to that, you heard us mention our police commissioner, Bethel, and our fire commissioner, Thompson. But in all of the work, particularly with the work that was done by the law department, none of that work could have been enforced without the support. In Philadelphia, this is important to acknowledge, especially when people have had a hand in making a process work. I'm talking about our sheriff, Rochelle Bilal. Give her a huge round of applause. Give credit where credit is due. I want to thank Sheriff Bilal and her entire team for their work and their service. They had a commitment to the city of Philadelphia, and we want them to know, we know this was a very difficult time, but they stayed true to their commitment to the city. Joe, one last. Let Lauren. Yes. Yes. The formula is sound, fair, and fiscally responsible. We value our workforce. And Lauren, you heard Carlton mention safe, clean, green, economic opportunity for all. It doesn't work without the workforce. I don't care what kind of vision the mayor can have. Yes, that's my vision. That's what I'm trying to realize. Do I think we've been moving in the right direction? Absolutely. But it's only because of the work that our municipal workforce has been doing. So, tentative agreement today with District Council 33. We're working with 47. We're working with police. We're working with fire. And Sincere is going to kill me because I always leave one off. Who did I leave off? Steel workers. So we're working with all of them. Well, you and I, you're framing. You and I, Lauren, will agree to disagree on even the framing of your question. For me, it's fair and fiscally responsible, and that's what we did. And I think you'll see that, and we're going to be working hard with all of them at the table. We can't do that without partnership and communication and negotiations. You hear me always use this term called GTY. That's what I want to do. I want to get to yes. And what's important to you? This is how, the fiscal impact, will touch the city of Philadelphia. And then we find a way to meet somewhere in the middle. But we've got to let our municipal workforce know that we value them. And these collective bargaining and negotiations opportunities are a tangible way that they can see, touch, and feel the city of Philadelphia's belief in them. Thank you all so very much. Oh, well, I'm sorry. There's one other data point that we need to address that we've heard quite frequently, and there's none other than our finance director, Rob DeBoe, to address it regarding inflation.
Right. One of the issues that we've heard is that the increases that we have in this package won't keep up with inflation. It was something that we looked at specifically to make sure that these raises would be more than inflation. We looked at what economists said inflation would be. Not only are the raises higher, but then when you add in the step increase, that difference between what we have on the table and inflation is even larger.
Mm-hmm. And if our fiscal stewardship continues, Philadelphia, you've seen us get the highest credit rating increase that the city of Philadelphia has seen in over 40 years. And you all know the agency, S&P, Fitch, and Moody's. If we keep moving in the right direction, we keep making the required payments and even more, not just the minimum municipal obligation that we are required to pay for our pensions, but making sure that we're paying more than that. That's our revenue reconciliation fund. That sales tax, I keep going back to that sales tax, Rob. That was the beginning for those of you who served. I talked to Council President Kenyatta Johnson about this. Who would have thought that the actions that we took while we were state legislators in Harrisburg to fund the school district of Philadelphia, that $120 million when we made that sales tax permanent in the city of Philadelphia, and we were stopping schools from closing, teachers, school administrators, SEIU, Unite Here, when we were told if we didn't get that additional revenue, schools wouldn't open in September. Who would have known that fine print language that said after Philadelphia pays the debt service on that $50 million borrowing that we needed immediately, yes, we can use that revenue to address our unfunded liability with our municipal pension system. Because of that, along with the shared sacrifice that our employees in the city made with plan design, we are on track, Rob, to be 80% funded about when? By the end of the 5-year plan, we'll be 80% funded and 100% funded by 2023. So when you talk about how, what did you say? 2033. So when you talk about how, because a lot of people, some people have called and they've shared this about what we should do now and how did we get here. The city of Philadelphia didn't get here by happenstance. We got here because previous mayors pre-Pica in the city of Philadelphia made politically expedient decisions to ensure their re-elections instead of doing what the city of Philadelphia could afford. And so when we kick the can down the road, by the time I'm a legislator in Harrisburg, the pension fund is taking up 15 to 17% of our general fund revenue. It should not have been that way, but we made the tough decisions to invest in that pension system. And now, guess what? And I want you to hold me at this. I don't have the magic wand, but this is what I'm hoping. If we make sure that our foundation is built on fiscal stability, we continue making our minimum municipal obligation payments and then paying over that, my hope is that when the pension adjustment fund, when we go back to see how we're performing in the market, how our pension fund is doing under the amazing work of Fran Bielli and his team, I want you to imagine how amazing it would be if they've done so well and performed 1% above whatever the assumed rate of return is, if we're able to return a lump sum payment or a COLA to retirees in the city of Philadelphia. That's what we're trying to do, and that's why fiscal stability is so super important. Everybody put a 1 in the air for me. Everybody, my team. I don't care how hard it is. People tell me it's impossible. Yes, a lot of healing, but this is my goal no matter the circumstance. I want our city to be one Philly, a united city. Let me hear you all repeat after me and say, one Philly, a united city. A united city. I'm never going to stop trying. Thank you all.
Right. Okay. All right, y'all. So the strike is over. The strike is over. 8 days of no work, well, of work stoppage. Agreement has been made with District 33. So initially, in the very beginning, they were asking for a minimum of they wanted 8%. The initial offer from the city was basically a stair step. It would be originally it was 3.5% per year, and then it was 3% per year for 3 years, and then on the 4th year would have gone up to 3.5%. They offered them apparently on the current pay scale, there's only 4 levels. The mayor offered to add a 5th level to that, so that even after you get the initial, percentage increase, you could still continue to earn more by going up the pay scale, because most of them, from what we found out in the very beginning, have maxed out on the pay scale. So there was absolutely no opportunity to earn any more money aside from any bonus or raise you might get. Come to find out, they got 5% last year. How many of y'all knew that prior to today? Because she didn't even the Mayor Parker didn't even tell that in the very beginning. They got 5% last year. So with this 115 million over 5 years that the mayor, I'm saying, is has offered and has been accepted, could just accepted this in the beginning, sir, and saved y'all this week of being on strike. There is it's a total of 14% in pay increases. They're going to get this year 3%, plus they're going to get a $1,500 bonus. So you're going to get a little bonus check. And then for the next 3 years, they'll get the 3% pay increase, but then they'll also have the additional pay step that's going to kick in immediately. I mean, and they also, again, have access to all of those programs that she talked about, the Philadelphia First Mortgage and the money to improve their current homes if, that's where they choose to stay, things of that nature. So, I mean, honestly, we should have just taken the deal that was on the table on the 30th. Only difference is you gave up 0.5% to get the $1,500 bonus. Is essentially what happened. They gave up 0.5% each year, essentially, to get $1,500 up front. I'm gonna say this, District 33, y'all might need a new leader. Y'all went on strike for a week and you actually came out. And honestly, you came out a little light from the original offer. But I mean, if y'all feel like this is the best y'all could do, then all right. Like I said way back in the beginning, it was no need for any of this, and I stand on that, especially after hearing about this 5% that you got last year. Don't show up to the table like you ain't had nothing in 17 years, and you just got some money that she gave you, because y'all was on here crying talking about Kitty didn't give y'all shit. So since Kitty didn't give you nothing, and she came in and gave you 5%, then you gonna turn around and try to flex and strike on her? Yeah, I'm not a fan. Y'all need some new leadership, because none of that was a good idea. None of that was a good idea at all. But again, in recap, tentative agreement has been reached between the city of Philadelphia and District 33. They will be going back to work. Regular scheduled trash pickups will begin on Monday. At this point, they are asking if at all possible for you to hang on to your trash. If not, there are going to be some times where you can go to the drop-off sites, but it's not going to be as it was, because they're in the process of going to be shutting those down and moving back to regular service. So again, 3% this year, $1,500 bonus, 3% for the next 3 years, and you have a new step in your pay scale. So again, there's opportunity for you to make even more money on top of this. So this is what it is. In my personal opinion, this whole situation was pointless. You could have just accepted the first offer, which was a little bit better than what you actually got, but you got $1,500 in your hand right now. So y'all, it is what it is. For those of y'all who understand how business and math work, y'all know exactly what I'm saying. For those of y'all who in y'all emotions, y'all just talking about how they need more money. I mean, everybody need more money, but again, you got to look at what you're doing. You can't pay the trash man neurosurgeon money. It is what it is. So if you want neurosurgeon money, then you might need to be a neurosurgeon. You can't bankrupt the city to satisfy a group of 10,000 people when you got another 300,000 that's gonna be looking at them trying to do the same thing. So it is what it is. Strike is over. They'll be back on their regular schedule on Monday. I appreciate y'all for stopping by. hit the like button if you have not, subscribe if you are new. I will see y'all a little bit later on. Our president will be on with some leaders from the African nations. We'll find out what they got going on, and see what's popping off with the Ukraine and Russia, because the president has made a few comments about what folk need to do, and if they don't do it, what he gonna do. So again, I'll see y'all later. Appreciate y'all for stopping by, and on to the next one. Have a good one. Bye.